Okay, we're back. Unfortunately, the telephone is overheating. It's just way too hot in this place. So I'm gonna do it my best extent. I just managed to unscrew the pommel itself, and I found the issue why the saber wasn't working. Because as soon as I just unthreaded this piece, the pommel, all these wires for the recharge port were actually not connected. They were just not connected at all. They were snipped in a certain size, but they were not connected to anything in the hilt. Um, which is kind of interesting, but I still don't know what kind of electronics are in this hilt, so I'm gonna try to figure it out. Um, they use 30 gauge wires, non PTFE, so they're not stranded. I can actually probably strip each one. Yeah, I can strip them really easy. You see, the stuff just falls off, which is not a problem to me though. Nothing wrong with that. Just pointing out that yeah, I'm gonna redo this and I'm gonna use the stranded. Um, Wires there and just to make it make it a fancy build and I need to work on my Alorance keys. None of these are actually working. So yeah, this is as far as I get with the pommel at the moment. Then we have the tricrete, which I'm just gonna rip out like this. We're gonna redo this whole thing, so why not? And I need a screwdriver for this. So let me get those. Now we're gonna put the stuff that I recently bought into work because yeah, it's nice to have all these tools built up, but if you don't use it, then we're not going really far. For the live streams, I definitely have to get a computer webcam or something like that, like a nice little fancy computer cam, because the phone is just overheating. It's not really meant for long streams apparently, or at least for this weather. And well, there's some stuff on the ground. So yeah, I'm gonna work on that, and now I'm doing this as well as an initial test. I also immediately feel like, hey, I should get this and this and this. I need to get like a little toolbox for removing electronics and storing the tools, like these ones for example. Let's see, hopefully not too tight. No, it's not too tight at all. So yeah, we're gonna work on that. And so here we got the lens, and this is the tricrete. It looks like a deep red or red white for Flash and Clash. It's actually bridged, so somebody did the bridging here. So that's kind of cool. So it's definitely somebody installed it that knows to install lightsabers, I would say. This is the lens. I put this aside. I don't know, but the overall this little set here looks actually pretty nice. The heatsink module, nice copper. I don't know who made this tricrete. Oh man. Okay, it's probably my no. Okay, this is not gonna work. We're not working. Okay, sorry guys. The phone keeps overheating. So I just went ahead and just disassemble it while I basically had some downtime. These little tactile switches were on the side. This was wedged in between to keep the tactile switches like angled like this. So that's kind of interesting. Hey, how you doing, Joss? This is just a battery holder. Yeah, piece that stayed over there, left over there. This is the recharge port, 2.1 recharge port with a lot of tape around it to fit snugly into this hole here. Then the little 3D printed chassis came out with this battery. It's a nice secured battery. The wrapping fell off, but I don't think that's a real big issue. I don't know, Energy. I've never seen this brand either way. This is apparently a 2013 Petite Crouton soundboard by Plector Labs. There's a lot of flux on there, as you can see. It's kind of nasty. Some of the pads are bridged here. I'm not sure. I'm not really familiar with this soundboard, so I don't know why this is bridged there. You guys maybe know that. It actually doesn't look bad, this build. It was not done horribly. Like, it was definitely not a rat's nest. It looks really nice. I mean, I'm gonna do it same gauge wires, but then of course this kind of stuff. I'm gonna use this, my expensive stuff. God dang it, cost me so much money. So I'm gonna use these wires, and it has a Veco. Was it 8 ohm 2-watt speaker? So it's definitely loud. That's kind of cool. I probably can reuse that. I just have to test that. Maybe the soundboard works as well. The weird thing was all these wires for the recharge ports, minus the one I stripped myself here, these ones, were like all pre-snipped. But when I looked here, like it didn't look like they were actually ever soldered to the soundboard. Like somebody forgot to solder the recharge port up, because there's no heat shrink on these things here, and nothing. Like it looks like it was never wired up properly. So that was probably the reason why it never fired up anymore, the soundboard. So I'm gonna check the soundboard. If it still works, I'm probably gonna just take it out, because this is a really old soundboard. I mean, it's a Petit Crouton 2013. I don't know. I probably just want to have a NeoPixel setup in that case then. Or I just reuse this Tricree LED with the heatsink, etc., and then just use the Profi board. I'm not so sure yet. I'll have to check it out, but yeah, it was an easy disassembly actually. These two parts does not thread. I try to, maybe if I use rubber straps, I maybe can unthread these two parts, but I don't really need to, because they're already lined up with the holes, etc. So I don't think it's intended to do that, because it will be a bitch to get that aligned again. I think so. But yeah, the rest is pretty good. I mean, there's nothing bad to say about this build, besides that I think they simply forgot to build to wire up the recharge ports. These tactile switches, that's kind of funky. It's intuitive though. I like that they did that this way, but yeah, I'm gonna try to do a bit better than that, because these switches can be pushed in and hang them behind the hilt or something like that, and then you cannot push them in again. And I need to avoid getting hilts back after I install them. I just need to do it good, and then yeah, make sure that's fine. So if anybody watches this and knows maybe who made this 3D printed chassis, maybe we get somewhere. Maybe this is somebody's work. It would be cool to see back who installed this, and then just like, hey, cool build, man. Maybe you can share some thoughts and ideas how I can rebuild it from scratch again after you did that. There's definitely not wrong anything with this build. So it will be cool to track back the installers, and then, you know, get a bond between installers. That's kind of cool, and then learn from each other, and especially have to learn myself a lot. But yeah, this might be a 3D printed chassis that somebody makes, that you guys know. But yeah, not bad at all. Not bad at all. Yeah, the soundboard is a bit old. I might keep it for a personal hilt, you know, a cheap hilt that I want to keep around myself and don't want to invest too much money in. Yeah, then maybe that's a little old soundboard can go in there. I mean, this thing is already 6 years old by now, so that's kind of cool, and all really old tech soundboards, you know. 2030 Pico Crouton. Yeah, it definitely says that. Plector Labs 2013. Wow, look at that flux. I'm gonna clean that up. And luckily, for cleaning up stuff, I have this desoldering pump machine. God thing, that's so cool. Yeah, so that was my little live video, and next I will follow up and clean it up, rewire it, and install it again. And yeah, hopefully you like that. Thanks for watching, guys, and sorry that my phone keeps freezing up. It's